Yo, welcome to a new edition of the Speaker Geeker podcast. So happy to be back with y'all today.
Yes,
you
sir.
are here with my host, my homie, Tommy T is in the building. Woo, yeah.
Woo,
Clap.
yeah.
And then you're here with me, Steve Steve, in the building as well.
In this thing.
And also, there's a door over there shut. The mad scientist is working. He's not with us this week. But man, the artist formerly known as G Woodbury. I'm sensitive about my shit. I'm adding that to the end of his name, by the way. He ain't though. He really ain't.
Nah.
But us together, man, we are the Speaker Geeker podcast, man. We're so happy to be here with you again today. And we got a brand new episode for you all. Today's episode, man, we're going to, of course, bring you what's in our speakers top 5. So get ready for that, as well as the news with Tommy T. We're going to be talking about everything from the UFC with Francis Ngannou and Dana White to the
greatest football week ever.
We got some sensitive situations to talk about as far as Cardi B and is Regina Howard?
Regina King.
Regina King, sorry. Yeah. Regina King's brother. So we're going to be talking about all that plus some. Her son. My bad. Goodness gracious, man. I don't know. We're going to be talking about all that plus some on today's episode, as well as we're going to get into the controversial topic made by Wack 100 about Master P. So we got all that plus some today. So get ready, man, to enjoy. Y'all sit in y'all seats. We're happy to see y'all in the home of the Speaker Geekers today. And without further ado, man, let's roll, man.
Let's rock and roll, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I guess I don't have to ask how your week went, because it was like the greatest greatest football week ever.
Yeah. Bro, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoy football, with a passion. I would sit down and watch Team A play Team B.
Yeah, for sure. We already got one of those in the Washington Football Club.
Man, that's so funny. I hope they keep the name like that. But I think they're changing it to the Generals or something like that. Something generic like that.
Yeah,
but anyway,
nothing wrong with that.
No, man, just being able to sit down and watch some football this past weekend, man, it was amazing. The games were good. This coming weekend, I bet they're going to be blowouts, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. Yeah.
Yeah, man, the week been good. Can't complain about that. Actually, today is my sister's birthday, so shout out to my sister. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Shout out to her, man.
The best happy birthday song was the songs off The Simpsons. I think Stevie Wonder was featured in it.
Yes. Lisa,
happy birthday, Lisa.
Birthday.
Yeah, that was so hard.
Happy birthday, Lisa. Yeah, that's the toughest one I heard.
Oh, he got a special announcement for you all. Tommy T.
What's that?
Got some turntables coming.
Finally got turntables coming.
Clap it up.
The mad scientist finna go back into the lab.
Absolutely.
Once again, man.
Hey, man, we ain't never not working around here.
Right. We're always doing something, bro. That's what I love about this family, man. We are always doing something. And we support each other.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That's the biggest thing, man.
Man, I had a great weekend. It got pretty busy, but I got to the end of the week and, man, I was able to go. I hit Atlanta Friday, watch my Miami Heat play ball against the Hawks. Hey, amazing game, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazing game. Even though we lost by 2, but man, the Hawks fans were hype. I had fun with them. Also, shout out to my homie Money Mark Fairbanks. Saw him at the game, man. It's always great when I get to see somebody.
Oh, you did see him? I knew he was at the game with you. I mean, y'all was at the same game.
Yeah, I was there with my uncle, and I told him I was going to be down there. 'Cause I know he'd be going to the games. At first, he was like, he wasn't going to be able to make it. But then he was like, man, I got some tickets. I'm coming. So he also, shout out to him too, because he introduced me to a potential client. So that's all I was saying. I'm always working, bro.
Right.
It don't matter where I'm at. Like you would think I'd just be like out enjoying some stuff and be like, I ain't working today.
No,
but
man.
I'm always working. So shout outs to him, man. That's that whole family thing you're talking about, supporting. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, man, I did a turnaround trip. You know, we spend the night. Matter of fact, if y'all have a chance to go in the Omni in the CNN Center, they have a sports bar in there that has probably the finest lemon pepper rings I ever had. I was skeptical, but I could have been, it could have been part of the tequila that I was drinking, because me and my uncle were drinking tequila like
it's possible
all day. So, but them lemon pepper rings was so good. And I had oysters for the first time too.
Oh yeah?
And I think I'm gonna keep ordering those. It was pretty good. But man, we stayed the night. We came back. I hit the Titans game with my other homies. Shout out to Fave John. Man, we had a great time. Even though the Titans lost, it's okay. It's all right. They ain't come sit on the couch with my Cowboys, who I'm upset about still. But man, it was an amazing game. My first playoff game. Yo, the Bengals fans are hilarious. All right.
Yeah.
They're amazing. I have to tell you the nickname for Joe Burrow off air. All right. That they said it. It was hilarious. But man, fun-filled weekend. And then I hit a pothole and flattened my tire. So
yeah,
that's the way to end it.
Yeah.
Also, Aaron Rodgers got eliminated.
Ending.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man.
That's crazy,
it was.
Man. Great weekend.
Great weekend.
I was messing with you. I was like, man, Steve just out here having a blast.
Yeah, live your life. Man, my boy Joe, who y'all frequently hear me talk about on the episode, man. He sent me a text and was just like, nigga, live your life. No, he said, live it up.
Right.
And that's what we all try to do, man. Just live it up and enjoy life as much as possible. So, man, I had a great time, dog.
That's good, man. I'm glad. With that being said, man, let's jump in this top 5, man.
Top five.
Man,
I went first last week, man. You go.
All right, I got it. So to start off my top 5, bro, Don Toliver, After Party.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how I got here. I just got here, and I didn't leave. Me and Lily was like having dance parties at the after party and stuff, man. It was funny. So put that on there. And then I know how I got here, but it's like like I was kind of like just going everywhere at this point. Like it was like haywire. But this next one is Ice Cube, No Vaseline. I think this is probably the greatest, most lyrical diss track I've ever heard. And the crazy part about it, I didn't hear about this song until Straight Outta Compton came out. So what's that, about 4 or 5 years ago?
I thought I told you about this song.
No, never even knew this song existed.
Oh man.
Until Straight Outta Compton came out. And I had to it's like I've never heard a song this like a diss track this so like lyrically inclined to be great and specific
and disrespectful.
And then, bro, the thing I love the most about it, he said their names. I don't want it to be any type of mistake. I am talking about you.
I mean, look at the name of the song, bro.
No Vaseline, yes.
No Vaseline. Like for some people, they're gonna be like, "What do you mean?"
Right?
Just,
nah,
you don't have no Vaseline. Means. But no Vaseline, bro. Think about it.
Just go listen to the playlist, man. The next one is Most Def. What's his name? Yeah,
this is Fat Booty. Yasin Bey.
Yeah. Miss Fat Booty. I was just somewhere like in the atmosphere. I was like, I like this song. And so I put it on there. Big Crit and Rick Ross, New Agenda. Was the next one. I was just looking for it. Like Big Crit just came out with a song, So Cool, or Still Cool, one or two. And his album is coming soon. I don't know when, but it's coming soon. And I was just in my Big Crit bag, and I was like, damn, he did a couple songs with Rick Ross. and came across this one. I was like, yeah, I'm putting that one on my top 5. And then to round out my top 5, man, I got the Fugees, Ready or Not.
All right.
I got there with they had to cancel their tour for this album, the 25, I think it was 25 year celebration or something like that, and they had to cancel it. And I just started listening to the Fugees. Like, yeah, I was just everywhere this week.
Man, if that tour was to come anywhere close to me, I'm going.
Right, like I saw Lauryn Hill. I don't like, bro. The thing is like I don't want to go in there and they be like 2 hours late.
Yeah,
like she
I'm
was
hoping,
like that, bro. And like I don't know what she was playing. I was like, I can't get with this, man. I left early.
I'm hoping with if she does it with the group, then you're gonna be there a little more on time. But I've never seen her live, so
yeah, I seen her live once, and it was like I really didn't know what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she had remixed all the songs.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, nobody does.
My bad.
Nobody does, man.
I want to hear the original joint.
And she was late, so it was like infuriating off of that.
Yeah, like it was late for this. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's my top 5, bro.
Hey man, that's solid.
Yeah,
solid top 5 for the week. Yo, when you say Ice Cube, it always reminds me of the time we found that weird hitting radio station in Chattanooga, and it played a bunch of Ice Cube.
Yes, and it played the cursing.
Yeah, it was cussing too. Like we just came across it.
Right.
Like I don't know how, but
I don't either, bro.
It was just
there.
Wait a minute. It was like, what is this? And then I think we went and tried to find the actual place.
We did on our bikes.
Yeah, and we went and tried to find the studio because they said the address like plenty of times. And I don't know why we wanted to go find it. I guess we were just so intrigued.
Yeah, just something.
And we we got there, and I don't know if we was at the back of the building or what, but we saw it, and it looked like that was it. And this before GPS, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So we just went, and we knew what those streets were, and we thought we found a place, but it looked like an abandoned building. We was like, nah, that ain't for us, fam.
We're gonna keep riding.
Man, what a story. Yeah. And it's all true.
Adventures, bro.
We did. Facts. We did. Wherever our bikes would take us.
Right.
These kids will never understand that.
No, man. It's not their fault, though. It's not their fault.
It ain't. It really ain't. Speaking of adventures, man, like I already told you, I had an incredible adventure this weekend with all the games that I got to go to and go in between Atlanta to back to Nashville. So, man, my top 5 definitely consists of a lot of music that I listen to on the way and back. So let's get to it. So the first one on my list is Big Moochie Grape. And this is from the Paper Route Empire compilation.
Yeah.
If y'all got a chance to check that out, it's Long Live Dolph. So this is one of the first things I listened to because I saw it up on that Friday. And this song here, man, Big Moochie Grape and Dolph We Trust. Look, hard. Bruh, hard. Very hard. Yeah. And this is my first time hearing Big Moochie Grape. So, and also, when you listen to that, man, you get in the mood of Dolph and kind of see that he had a roster, bruh. And he was getting them right. So
yeah.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that they can keep it together and continue to move forward, and hope that all of them can get some type of success. It just sucks that Dolph is no longer with us.
Mm.
And but after that, man, I went and hollered at the young homie, man. I really enjoy homie. I really, really do. Young boy never broke again. NBA young boy, whichever one you want to call him. He's got a record called To Who off his new. I don't know if it's a mixtape or an album.
I don't know,
but it's off his new. Because I think DJ Academic said his new tape, so it put me in the mind of mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. But nevertheless, man, he got a song called Two. It says Two Who, but I think it's Two Ho, of course. And it's banging. Bro, this track is hard. I think it's gonna be a single. It's got the star beside it on Apple Music. So y'all go enjoy that one. And then I came across this record called Nardo Wick, Me or Some. And it's featuring Future. And Future goes
Baby on there too, ain't he?
I think he is. Yeah. So check out this Nardo Wick record. Yo, Future on the hook, and he got a verse on there. It's going. Nardo Wick is doing this thing. Me or Some is, you want to ride around and listen to something that's banging. That record right there, banging. After that, man, Untitled Chapter, Too Hot. Look here. Moneybagg Yo is on this record, bro. Moneybagg go in.
Mm-hmm.
Moneybagg go in, man. I'm saying it one more time. Moneybagg go in.
For sure.
But also Untitled Chapter, man. I really like his energy and all that. The record's fire. It's a good one to ride to. Also, the last record, I'm gonna tell you how I got to this record. Me and my uncle was riding down, and when me and my uncle are get together, it's mostly a lot of real conversations, right? It's like a lot of we talk some real stuff because it's amazing. My uncle, he's the youngest of the three, and you know what I'm saying, my uncle has such a young spirit, and I always love being around him. And we always have these amazing conversations about, you know what I'm saying, progressing and in life and in such and such from there. But this song, as we're talking, and we're always spitting some game back to one another, and you can see the growth between us both. Because me and my uncle, I figured out, well, we are far apart in age, of course, but with him being the baby, we're a little closer in age
to each other.
Yeah, because I'm the oldest of, you know what I'm saying, the nieces and nephews and the grandkids. And he's the baby, you know what I'm saying, he's the youngest of the kids from my grandmother. So we're 18, 19 years apart, maybe 20, something like that. But we're the, you know what I'm saying, closest up to, of course, I was the first grandkid / nephew. So, there's always that special bond with the first and just kind of having them talks. But man, we was talking some real stuff and I can't remember what it was, but mid, you know how a song comes on and it's midway and you're you don't mean to interrupt, but you just kind of that's the jam right there. And you turn it up. We simultaneously,
that happened.
In my head, I was like, oh, that's that record. And he was like, this the jam right here. And he literally turned it up and we listened to that record and then we finished the conversation after it was over. But Fat Joe's Sunshine, The Light. And this one has that classic soul sample in it. Go listen to this record. I really think this record was underrated. Mm-hmm. I think it could have been bigger than what it was, but man, this song is fire, bro.
Yeah.
I really, really like this song but
Nah, I hear you.
But this that rounds out my top 5. Also be listening for the official Speaker Giga playlist, which will be dropping playlist, on both Apple Music and Spotify, which will be dropping on Tuesday. Yeah. And so you can find out what the artist formerly known as G Woodbury, I'm sensitive about my shit, will have on the Speaker Giga podcast for his top 5. So be sure to check that out, man. Shout out to G for curating that each and every week. And then also on Thursday, be looking out on the official Speaker Giga podcast Facebook page. We're going to go live and talk about our top 5s. So be checking that out.
Check that out.
And yeah, man. Definitely. Because we want interaction. And then also, man, send in your what's your top 5s as well. Yeah. Feel free to comment below. Especially when you see it go up on Facebook or Instagram. And yeah, man. Yeah.
Do that darn thing. Oh, and check out the playlist too.
Absolutely. Because it's on Apple Music and Spotify.
So, yeah. That's too funny, man. Let's jump into this news, man.
Let's go.
I'm gonna start off with Regina King.
Mm-hmm.
I think this past week, her son killed himself. He was 26 years old. He committed suicide. Is the more official way to say it. Regina King is just like one of my favorite actresses.
Absolutely.
And I think she's so amazing as a actress and director and everything. So just kind of want to send our condolences to her and her family for the loss of her son. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, but he was actually a DJ, I think, and everything. So RIP to him, and send our condolences to her and her family. Moving right along, let's get into this greatest football weekend ever. Like these games this week, it was 4 games this weekend, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the winners go to the NFC and AFC championship, which will be played this coming weekend. And the Bengals and the Titans, the Bengals won. They won by 3 points.
Should have kicked the ball
with like 4 seconds left.
Right? Would have won if you kicked the ball. Stupid.
And so the same thing happened 2 other times. So 3 times the game was won by a field goal, and within the last 4 to 5 seconds of the game. I think the 49ers played on Saturday as like the Bengals and Titans played on Saturday, 19-6. The 16, the Bengals won. The 49ers played that night, Saturday night, and the 49ers played the Packers. The 49ers beat the Packers 13-10.
Yes, sir.
Off a field goal.
No Aaron Rodgers.
The next day, Sunday, the Rams played the Buccaneers. The Rams beat the Buccaneers 30-27 with a field goal within the last 4 seconds.
Yes, sir. No Tom Brady.
And to round out the greatest football weekend ever was probably one of the greatest games ever to be played.
Yes.
The Bills and the Chiefs. Like, I haven't watched the Bills play all season. Josh Allen is the truth. My homeboy is the truth.
Yeah.
They had 2 minutes left, and this team scored 25. Like, both teams put together scored 25 points.
Yeah.
Like, bro, in 2 minutes in a football game. That's one thing. One highlight that I like, I love it when he does this, is Tyreek Hill caught a bomb and sped past everybody, and then threw up the deuces right before he scored the touchdown. I was like,
which should have been called, which should have been called as a taunting.
I'm glad they didn't.
You know what?
Glad they didn't.
I'm 50-50 on it because, like, I hate when a game that was so good. Like, this was like the heavyweight fight of games. Because they were going back and forth the entire night.
The entire time. Somebody score, somebody else score. But, when these missed calls are, when something is like obvious that, is missed, and then, because the whole time it was a big thing about, all right, we got this call now because we don't want that. And, they called it all year, taunting. And then you have this game, and then it's missed. And it's obvious. It is the most obvious thing ever. And then the next day, you're like, oh, he should have been penalized. That's why I was like, you should have just called it then. Don't tell me next day he should have. We know this. No, I think they should let that go, man.
No, they should.
Ooh, my
But don't, like, they should. Like, I'm fine with the no call.
Yeah.
But the next day you're like, yeah, he should have been penalized for taunting. No. Yeah, if you let it go, shut up about it.
Yeah. You got to let that go, man. Because you're looking at this man bypass everybody's running as fast as they possibly could. And this man is just, pew.
Oh yeah, he's out of there.
And the fact that it's like how Deion used to celebrate scoring a touchdown, anybody flipping into the end zone. It's a celebration. It's like people like that.
Yeah, and it's fine. My thing is just I just did, it taints the win. Yeah, don't talk about
let
it.
Let it go.
Yeah.
No, did you see the play where Gabriel Davis made I don't know who he made fall, but it was a cornerback that just like Casper came around and just pushed him down, man.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I was like, that's a nice route.
Yeah, everybody was talking about that afterwards.
Like, good grief. I had I replayed it, slowed it down. I was like, I gotta see what this man did.
I got a question.
What you got?
About overtime. Do you think I was looking at
change it? They need to change it.
They need to change it. I was looking at more like listening to it was being played in a restaurant. I went to this place called Double Dogs.
Yeah.
Went today for lunch with me and my wife after we had a walkthrough. And they were talking about it on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, should it be? Emotionally, I'm like, yes. But then when I think about it logically, I'm like, well, how will we change it?
Yeah,
because that was like should have been a continuation and sudden death of where the game stopped instead of the coin flip.
Well, it's you think about it like this, and the reason why I say that like something has to give because both like if the Bills got the ball, like won the toss and got the ball, they would have won the game. There's no like these teams are going back and forth like they wasn't stopping each other at all.
Well, the Bills were doing a little bit. The Kansas City defense actually stepped up, which was surprising because the Bills had the better defense. But yeah, like at the ending of the game, you can tell Bills were playing safe.
Yeah,
because
they was in a prevent. Like, hey, no touchdowns,
no flags, none of that. Touchdowns. So that's playing safe, and but I think they should tweak the overtime.
They're gonna have to, man, because like not giving the Bills an opportunity to even come down and score is what's hard about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, that was probably the greatest football game I know I've seen.
Yeah,
you know,
like
it's in my time.
It's I was talking to a gentleman that's much more older than me, and he was saying, man, that was probably the best weekend of football that I've seen since the 90s.
Yeah.
So it was I like think combined all of us was like this was like the greatest football weekend ever. So
it was a fire weekend. So it's like to know that, to see that, and for them not to have the opportunity to answer back. It doesn't seem fair, but it's the rules. So it's like you gotta live with the rule. But it's like, dog, man, if they could have kept going, Yeah.
But these things need to happen to
understand that a change needs to come about.
Yeah.
So now we may see another. But the reason we was talking about this at work today, the reason why the change is highlighted here so much is because the rule changes that they've put into effect for safety has been it handicapped the defense a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the defenses are going to get scored on a lot more because of the things that they can't do. Anymore.
Like basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you make the game easier for the offense. And then when overtime comes in big times like this, because I mean, you playing for the championship, going to overtime, and it's easier for the offense to score. Okay. How is that fair for the other team?
Absolutely. I completely agree.
That's what that's why I think the rule needs to change. But great weekend though. Like,
absolutely,
you can't be dissatisfied. Next weekend, everybody's probably gonna get blown out. So
maybe
next weekend,
I don't know.
Let me see, can I pull up who's playing?
We got 49ers. We got porn star Jimmy versus
not porn star Jimmy.
Yeah, porn star Jimmy. We got porn star Jimmy against why'd you draw a blank? Against the Rams.
Is it the 49ers and Rams? Chiefs and
we got Mahomes versus the Bengals.
Yeah. Chiefs and Bengals, 49ers and Rams.
Look here. 49ers have beat the Rams all season.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting a blowout in that one. I'm expecting a heavy game, and we'll see where that goes. And then I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Bengals are playing. So
yeah, they ball.
I know Mahomes is Mahomes, but the Bengals are playing.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow. Man. I want to say his nickname so bad.
Joe Cool. That's what, like, dog.
No, that's not the nickname. I know it's not. They said,
you know, that's one of his nicknames.
This nickname here.
Just tell me, like, okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all, man.
Just tell me later.
Just know I would love to hear the chant of Porn Star Jimmy versus Joe.
Yeah.
And when I tell y'all there, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness.
That's hilarious, bro.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be another great weekend.
Yeah. I hope so, man.
But looking at that Bills versus Kansas City, I just felt like that was the real Super Bowl for whatever reason.
Somebody else said that too, man. They was like, that was the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
for this
we'll
season.
see.
But yeah, we'll definitely see.
What else you got, man? What else you got?
Cardi B won her case.
Yeah.
It's a liable case, but I think it's like a character defamation to kind of simplify everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was awarded like $1 million+.
Well, she's awarded up to somewhere close, at least $1 million. But because of the whole defamation and everything that was going on, it's possible that she could be awarded more. So
right.
Yeah.
This case was against Tasha K, who's a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what happened was she made up stuff about her. Like she was saying that Cardi B was a prostitute, took drugs, and contracted STIs, among other things. And then admitted that she lied. And then kind of tried to backtrack it or whatnot during court. I was like, that's stupid. My whole thing is, why lie?
Man, these folks out here, they want clickbait, man. They want it so bad. And, at some point, man, you got to let your morals step in, man. And you ain't got to do this to Cardi. Like, she suffered, like, during this, she said that she felt extremely suicidal. She felt defeated and depressed. She didn't even want to have, relations with her own husband. So it's
like,
man.
It's like,
be careful who you're talking about, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even though they're liars and most of the time we don't realize it, but we're all connected through social media. We put our lives online to be criticized in some type of way, some shape, form, or fashion. But at the end of the day, they're people. And absolutely, a lot of people like, I get it. You got to present the news in a juicy way for people to look at you. Sometimes views equal dollars, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But at the same time, be honest and truthful about what you're presenting. Like, you can always flip a story, but is it true? Is it factual, or is this something that you're making up, man? And that's what got this lady Tasha K. I've never checked out her page or anything like that. That's what got her in trouble with that. So shout out to Cardi B, man, making moves and winning cases and stuff.
Absolutely.
You gonna talk about her name. Anyway, this last one, man, I'm gonna let you kind of handle this one because this is your realm of things. With Dana White and Francis Ngannou. Yeah, I've been saying this man's name wrong this whole time.
It's like when you say Toby Wingate.
Man, boy, I be tearing his name up, man.
Like the end, for whatever reason, is just different. But yeah. So yeah, Francis Ngannou and Dana White. So it was something that happened. And I caught, speaking of the night I got, Saturday night when I got my when I hit the pothole and busted my tire, I was actually headed home to watch the end of this fight, because UFC 270 was a stack card from top to bottom. And it, the main event was Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gain. He's for another heavyweight, and he was the interim heavyweight champion at the time. So you got a unification of the belts with the true heavyweight champion was Francis Ngannou, and then Cyril Gain, which was the interim champ while Francis was gone. So the whole time behind this, Francis, the narrative behind this, Francis had pretty much, this was like I believe the last fight on his contract. Mm-hmm. So the entire time they were trying to, get contract negotiations done so that they can have Francis back in contract or whatnot. I mean, he's the heavyweight champ. He's not only the champ, he's the heavyweight champ in the world. So that's a big role. Craig. Yeah, yes, sir. So they've been going back and forth. It's been a lot. It's been very heavy and heated, and behind the scenes with Dana White and Francis' team. From reports, of course, I don't know, I'm not there, but as far as reports and what I follow. So, because, and basically it comes down to a lot of fighters in the UFC want better pay. Yeah. And like this night, per reports, Francis earned up to $600K. Now, I know you're going to be like, man, that's a lot. Yeah. But when you put that up against boxing numbers, then it's not. Because if we go back and we look at what, and we'll take the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. And I want to take that fight just because the Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul fights aren't real boxing fights. You know what I'm saying? Right. Not to be not trying to be disrespectful. It's just, it's different from the actual fights. It's more of a spectacle. But extra. Yeah, what you said.
That's one of those words.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, exhibitions, fights that it resulted in a knockout. But you have UFC who have been dominating the fighting world for very, very long. They're the top of the top.
That's where
you go.
That's where boxing has evolved to.
To a certain extent
as far as like popularity.
Mm-hmm. But if we look at this fight, Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul both got $2 million. They were guaranteed $2 million. At least they were guaranteed. That's at the least they made. Now, what they made on the back end, we don't know. But, reports say that they were guaranteed at least $2 million. Mm-hmm. So you put that $2 million against that $600K. What is that? You know what I'm saying? For your heavyweight champion of the world. So, and it's more than just that. It's a lot of fights trying to get more pay. And I know Conor made a lot of money, but of course, Conor became a big draw and even fought, got a chance to fight outside of the UFC. And that's also a part of this situation because Francis would love to do some boxing before his career is over. But also he really wanted to fight Fury. And pretty much I think he wanted to fight Fury. And then I think there was a talk with Jake Paul's manager. And I don't know the whole basis of that, in which, pretty much the UFC shot it down. They even, I think, threatened to sue him for talking to Jake Paul's manager. So it's a lot going on behind the scenes. They're trying to get this contract done. But basically, Dana White refused to put the belt around him. Dana White even skipped out on the press conference. So it's getting sticky. And, I love Francis and what he's doing. We got 3 Nigerian champions in the UFC. They're amazing. And I really hope they could get, Francis, back in contract. But come on, man. Like, I don't know, the stuff behind it. I think they should be paid more. Yeah. But, of course, I don't know all the numbers. And I like Dana White. So it's kind of weird to see all this. So I'm hoping that they can all get negotiations done.
So it's mostly about the contract that they're not agreeing with. So was he contracted for this fight as far as like the purse of $600,000, or is that something he negotiated before the fight, or is that something that was just, hey, you win the title, this is just what your pay is?
So this part, I'm not sure. This is where stuff gets sticky because I'm not really,
is that usually how contracts go, though?
Yeah, you have your contract, say it's a 6-fight deal. Mm-hmm. And, you'll get, the bigger the fight, the more you get. Yeah. As far as the payout, you got bonuses, fight of the night, all that stuff. And then you got the pay-per-view buys. But, they only get so much of it. Right. So, I don't know whether money's negotiated like before, like for each fight, is the money negotiated? Because you never know when you get, because you can do a 4-fight deal and then fight the right people and then be in a title fight, become champ.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the money's negotiated within there. I'm sure it is at some point if it's like main event or whatever, but I guess, that guaranteed money is what they're looking for.
Was he like well, I guess you don't really know, but the question I was gonna ask was he like a top fighter when he got into this contract?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah. Basically. Oh, okay. He wasn't the champ, but he's been in multiple, well, I ain't gonna say multiple.
But he was on the rise. Yeah. Like you could
he was already there. Like everybody, like you fought for Francis was a big deal. And it was just a matter of time. Like his first fight against the former champ. And oh man. I
heard he just been running through and knocking people out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, real deal. Like Francis, when Francis fights, you watch. He's only had one fight that was like that everybody pretty much was like, that was a bad fight. Only because there was two powerful heavyweights, two knockout artists who didn't want to, who was like, you ain't gonna knock me out. You ain't gonna knock me out. They was kind of, and it was slow. But other than that, most time his fights are exciting. He's knocking you out.
Yeah.
Period. And this night he didn't knock out a serial game, but he also added to his repertoire, which was wrestling, which he came out and he did amazing. But the story, look into the story of Francis, man. He's came from a lot to get to where he's at. He's definitely an inspiration, and man, I really want to see him. I want to see him get paid, man.
Yeah.
But also, I know
for the year.
Get paid, get paid.
Get paid. Whatever.
But I know that whatever you do, don't forget to get the money. I see some reports that said that that about something costed him $7 million regarding this fight. So I'm wondering what that is. I haven't had a chance to read up on that, but
yeah.
Nevertheless, man, looking at Francis Ngannou, man, he's amazing. Definitely. I want people to get paid, but I understand there's a business aspect. But if you got multiple fighters within your organization that want more money, then there's something going on there. Yeah. But we'll see what happens.
Got to pay these folks, man.
Yeah. But, it's business too. So what's the other side of, but we'll see, man. But, man, I hope Dana White's team and Francis's team can come to something.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my guy to go.
Where would he go? Where would he go?
Man, anywhere. Like, he'll be
is it
the biggest
that's other than UFC?
Yeah. He can go to Bellator. He can go to boxing because that's something that he wants to do. He's still young enough and talented enough to do that. So, and he's like, he would be one of the biggest free agents ever if they couldn't get this done. Yeah. Everybody would want to get him. So picture,
that's basically UFC dropping a bag.
Bag. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That sucks. Yeah, hopefully they figure it out, man, and this man can get paid what he need to and fight who he want to fight,
Yeah, man.
Let's get into it, bro.
Let's go. Speaking of fights, right. Somebody's eventually gonna fight this man. I tell you that.
Somebody did already, didn't he?
They did, and I think he actually bodied him too.
Did he?
Well, not Wack. I think Wack bodied them.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah. I think I remember it, but I don't remember what happened in the fight.
I don't either. I just remember somebody was chasing somebody. So
yeah.
Anyway. Wack 100, man, was talking about Master P. And you know how Master P is a protected gem in many households.
Not just many households. The Southern community as a whole.
As a whole, like, you don't mess with Master P. No limit. But Wack 100 basically was saying that, he basically said Master P is broke and he has 20% of the amount of money that Nick Cannon has. He basically was saying that based off the fact that he was saying Master P was trying to give Nick Cannon advice on business. And we all know, like at this point, Master P has become a mogul in multiple business, serial entrepreneur.
Yep.
With multiple businesses and everything like that. Wack 100 was bringing up the fact that
for those that are listening, if you want to follow along, the article is on vibe.com. So we have 2 articles. One where P responds to this, which is on Complex, and then but the one that we're talking about, this one's on vibe.com. So
Wack was referring to No Limit, him selling all his masters, so he don't own his music because of him filing bankruptcy in 2003. And stuff. It's like just bringing up a bunch of irrelevant things, like throughout this whole. Then he brought up Birdman, like how he don't have as much money as Birdman, and how he wasn't as successful to keep his money, like Birdman did with Cash Money. My question is, first off, who is Wack 100?
So
why is he
so
his
important?
Opinion matter.
So Wack 100 is a manager, and I'm gonna bring up everything it does. He's managed a lot of people, but not only that, we do have to go back to, you know what I'm saying, Wack has a very interesting story as well from a big time blood gang member allegedly to, you know what I'm saying, going to jail to come to, you know what I'm saying, becoming a force within the music industry. So, you know what I'm saying, big time music mogul who's, you know what I'm saying, goes back pretty far, pretty far, and he's really done a lot within the music community. But, you know, recently now he's he speaks out a lot now and talks a lot about everybody. Most time it's a lot of controversial takes. I think we covered him talking about Nipsey a while ago. He's talked about Bobby Shmurda most recently, and now he's talking about Master P. And, you know, he's really, he knows everyone. He has figured out a way to stand the test of time. I mean, he's managed acts such as, you know, The Game and Blueface and, you know what I'm saying, a few others. So so that's one reason why even though Wack's, what he says is very controversial and it will get under your skin, he does have a track record of success within the music industry. So yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like what he says has validity in a sense. Like him saying Nick Cannon has more money than Master P, possibly. I'm not gonna say that he doesn't. I don't know. I ain't look up their net worth and I ain't in their pockets like that. But for the man to give out business advice, I don't think he was like it seems pointless to even talk about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you're kind of like, why wasn't it just why is it even a conversation?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
why bring this up?
And I kind of look at it and be like, well, you know, I didn't see the interview as a whole, which I want to go back to see. And why was this even brought up? Like, I mean, I don't really care that much that, you know, P was giving advice to Nick Cannon, but I kind of, I don't think it's newsworthy enough to really comment on.
Right.
But, you know, now that it's here, it's kind of like,
Right. You wondering like what it was that you were like trying to gain from that. Because you think about it like this. If a crackhead told you not to do drugs or not to smoke crack because of X, Y, and Z, wouldn't you heed to that advice?
I don't think so.
I'm just saying, like you seeing this person.
As long as he ain't smoking it now.
No, I'm saying if you see this person and see what this person is going through and see the mistakes that this person has made, that's the thing of life.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying?
is
Like you're supposed, like you would tell your son, just like I would tell my daughter, like, hey, don't go this way. It's better this way. Because I've been that way and I had to do X, Y, and Z. But if you go this way, you'll skip X, Y, and Z and you'll get here and then you're able to keep going.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at Master P talking to Nick Cannon about anything.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, whether, and that's something, and this is interesting, it's something I didn't even know. I didn't know that Master P had to sell his sold off the Masters to No Limit.
I would imagine that he did, because I mean, like, in business, in life, we're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to get around those mistakes or figure those mistakes out, we might have to sell like some stuff.
Yeah. So I didn't know that, but that right there makes it even more interesting about Master P, because yeah, he doesn't own them, but he still has stood the test of time and is still here, still in front of us, and still finding ways to make more money. That just speaks to the hustle in him. So why wouldn't you want advice from Master P, someone who has fallen and risen like each time he's fallen? And we've all seen a documentary about No Limit. We've seen what they went through. We've seen the mistakes that P has made.
We heard early Master P songs.
Yeah.
So like we heard it when Master P really couldn't rap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is he talking about, Master P?
So it's like, I get what Wack, I get what Wack is trying to say, but at the same time, it's like, man, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at a point when we're reading this, like, man, do you have an issue with P? Right. Like, it was like a personal attack. Like,
that's what it seems like.
He's broke. He don't own his masters. Like, it's almost like
government.
Yeah, like
first off, why do you know all this stuff about this man? Like, why is this important information for you?
Now, I think it's important to know, stuff historical to learn from. But I just, I would never use it in this sense, like, especially if I don't have a problem with you. I mean, it poses for great conversation, kind of, to see.
Yeah, like if I was talking to him.
Yeah.
Like it's information. Like if it was information that me and him were talking about, and then well, how did this happen, and how can I keep from this happening to me, or like how do I set this up and stuff like that? That's important to me. But
yeah, absolutely.
Me talking to you about him, that's not important.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think it was a little harsh, but looking at what Wack 100 does, he's always like that. And
because I think he said something about Nipsey being a legend if he wouldn't be considered a legend if he was still alive.
Yeah,
I think that's what he said about Nipsey, something like that. But before we get too deep into Wack 100, let's talk about Master P's response to that, because I think that's the response to it was important in my eyes, because it takes away all power of what he's saying.
Absolutely. And it was very important. And what he said, if y'all want to check out the Complex interview talking about, where, for one, they said it looks like he responds back to Wack 100. I believe he did, but, looking at what Master P said, he said, we've got a lot of love and respect for each other, Master P shared. We discussed this hold up. Actually, I think that's him talking about Nick Cannon.
This is the response.
It is? Okay,
yeah,
gotcha. Yeah. He said that we discussed this a couple months ago. The three types of people: poor-minded people think and talk about money, rich people collect material things, and wealth-minded people produce ideas that create success. The Bible says our people perish from lack of knowledge. As a culture, we have to stop comparing, self-hating, and tearing each other down. Let's educate and empower the next generation. So I think that right there takes all steam out of what he said, because it's absolutely correct. And that's pretty much what we're talking about. Like P, like you say all this stuff about P don't have, the money you think he have. P don't have more money than Birdman. P success or whatever. But like I said, like I just said, he stood the test time. He's still in front of you. When you see Master P, he's got plenty of respect. And I don't care if he's selling noodles or selling his shoes. He's selling something.
Them shoes ugly, bro.
Yeah, I ain't rocking with him. But that's beside the point. Someone is somewhere. But he's empowering people to continue to move forward. And these are inspiration in themselves. So,
bro, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man. Master P is a person that teaches you what it truly means to hustle.
Yeah.
Like I always, hustling growing up was a negative term. Hustling growing up was like you selling drugs out here, you hustling. Hustling now has changed this whole attitude, and it means working hard, essentially, And Master P's whole, if you sit down and listen to his interviews and stuff like that, he's always talking about how to make more money, how to, like, not the ins and outs, but he's always pushing, do something. You know what I'm saying? If it's a product out here that needs to be sold, I'm selling it, because I'm out here trying to provide, and I have to continue to provide. Now you take that on a level, not from, like, you look at his level, it's like a celebrity status, right? It's easier for a celebrity to be like, hey, I have this product, because their base is much bigger. But you shrink that down to a normal person. It's like, all right, Master P said I could do this product, I could sell pens. So I give me a bunch of pens, put it out there, and I sell pens. Sounds easy, but he's just encouraging people, hey, get out here and do something. Yeah. This is how you survive.
Absolutely.
And really, it's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you made some mistakes and stuff like that, but that's his message.
Yeah. So, what's wrong with P trying to help somebody continue to keep, what they got? Because, P went through what he went through. But, there is another person within this, which is Nick Cannon, who actually expanded on his feelings. Because, Nick, I guess this all stems, Nick has went through a lot this year.
Nick Cannon is getting a check.
He is, but he also
let's not like the validity in what Wack 100 was saying was true about Nick Cannon getting paid.
Yeah, but
I didn't know Nick Cannon was like damn near 50 though.
Is he?
Yeah,
I have to look that up. I didn't know. But he went through a lot this year, as far as of course, the loss of his son and so on and so forth. But
he's just 40, 41.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know.
That's damn 50. That's closer to 50 to me.
Nah, that's all.
Anyway, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, Mariah Carey's 52 though. Boy,
but
that's
Nick Cannon
right there, boy.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I get sidetracked. Squirrel. That's what it was, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah. But so Nick Cannon actually expound on his feelings in an interview with people. So he was saying that we were having a quality of life conversation. Cannon says we could have had the existence where he would have had to live in the hospital hooked up to machines for the rest of the time. This is him talking about his son, from someone who's had to deal with chemotherapy before. I know the pain. To see that happen to a 2-month-old, I didn't want that. I didn't want him to suffer. And that's just him he was expounding about, what he's went through this year. So Nick's been through a lot, and I think this was just where I think he just wanted to give some advice to help, to help out, man. And I think, yeah. And this whole conversation with Wack 100 took place in the clubhouse once again. I ain't been in a clubhouse so long. I may need to go back in there to see what's going on. But
I forgot about that, man.
Yeah, it's kind of sitting dormant on my iPhone. I don't know why I just stopped going in. It started getting on my nerves because there was a bunch of notifications coming through.
Yeah.
But, I think at the end of the day, if Nick Cannon has no problem with it, then I don't think any of us have the right to say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not in the conversation and Nick Cannon is fine with the advice that P gave him, and that's the advice that P specifically wanted to give him, and Nick Cannon is fine with that, then I really have nothing to say about it.
Right.
And I think a lot of other people should too. And I get what Wack was coming from. Yeah, Nick probably does. Yeah, P probably, can't stand up against Nick on a bad day. But at the same time, I ain't the RS.
He's not.
And I don't know what's in nobody's pockets. And it doesn't look like he's trying to do that at all.
Right.
So I go back to P and what he said, man. We got to continue to we got to really stop the comparison. Mm-hmm. I think social media is a big part of that, but we got to definitely stop comparing, stop the self-hate and tearing each other down. There's really no point. I just say, man, I can't tell Wack what to say, but I think that was a moment where you just like, man, good, good for him. I hope you see, I hope the advice works or doesn't work, but that's, conversation within him. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, I got the same sentiment, man. It's like, you hear these things and you're like wondering like what's the issue. I just started reading or listening to, I do the Audible thing. Mm-hmm. I just got a new book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. By Mark Manson. I've been wanting to read this book for the longest and finally got it. And like, it's true. Like, you shouldn't care. Like, that's where we make the mistakes at, like comparing our lives with other people's lives and what people got and what people don't have and stuff like that. And so as a people, as a race, we should not want to tear each other down as much versus like everybody out here getting paid. Like, you're going to make mistakes. I've made mistakes with podcasting, with YouTube, and with just 3M media in itself, plenty of mistakes. But you just got to learn from those mistakes and be able to pass on that information. And I think that's Master P's biggest message, is being able to support and pass on information to younger generations, younger people, peers, and all those good things, man. So that's why I think that's what Master P responding the way that he responded. That's why it was important, because like it's almost like Wack 100 is a bully, and Master P kind of stands up to that bully and makes that bully's words lose its power.
Yeah,
from what he said. So that's why it's important that he responded, I think. That's all I got for that, man.
Yeah.
Ain't really much more to say about that whole thing.
Nah, not too much. The only thing I want to add is I wonder if Wack just doesn't know how to, because it seemed like barbershop talk when he talks about this stuff, and doesn't, he just toes the line, man.
I wonder, is it a relevancy thing?
That, or does he just not know how to communicate in a less controversial way?
Maybe.
Because some of the stuff you're saying, I mean, it may not be wrong. Yeah, I'm saying it's not wrong, but is it necessary?
It's valid. It's a valid opinion, man.
Yeah, it's valid, but is it necessary?
Yeah,
because
the thing he said about Bobby Shmurda, and I'm gonna leave it at this. He was talking about his dance. Yeah, his dance looks silly, man.
Yeah, but it's getting him attention.
Yeah, Bobby Shmurda is out here having a good time.
Bobby Shmurda is enjoying his life.
Right.
He's out of jail. Whatever.
He's getting paid and enjoying his life, and his dance does look silly, but hey.
Yeah, let him
let him have it, man. So
Yeah,
Anyway.
and also, it probably is relevancy. It keeps them in the light. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got, man. So
yeah, me too.
All right, well let's let's bring it on home then, I guess, guys. Hey, once again, thank you for listening to another episode of Speaker Geekers podcast. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to the channel on YouTube, 3M Media Studios. Follow us, not follow us, but subscribe to us on wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, follow us on social media, Instagram and Facebook at Speaker Geekers Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Tommy T the Third. You got Steve at the Great Steve O Steve, and you got G at Barry Made of Wood. Also, this Thursday, like we said, we're gonna go live and discuss the podcast playlist from this week. Pick out a couple of songs, talk about how we got to these songs and stuff like that. Kind of chat with you guys. So join us then. Time will be announced, so stay close to the page, and we'll announce the time and everything like that. Yeah, did I miss anything, Steve?
Nah,
that's everything. That you got anything else to add?
No, not really. Not this week. Besides, hey, if y'all ever get a chance, go to a playoff game.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, go to a playoff game. It's an incredible experience, and yeah, man, go to that and tell somebody to shut the fuck up. That's what Juicy should have said to Busy, man. Goodness
man, that's
gracious,
what he should have said.
Oh, man.
That's just terrible. Anyway, I'm out, man. Peace.